I think we're here. We've never been to this office before, but this is for Wyatt's tongue tie, just to see.
Alright, you little stinker. Blinky.
Alright, little man. Stop tickling me.
No.
Sleeping right now. Hey, buddy. Alright, sitting in the waiting room.
Okay, great. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm excited for you guys. How did you end up here then from Montana?
I work here for about, between 4 and 5 months out of the year, and then we live up there the rest of the year.
Okay. I didn't catch your name, Dad. What's your name?
Kraig.
Kraig. Okay. And then you're Brittany.
Mm-hmm.
Kraig with the K.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. Well, good. I'm going to take a look, but I like to go over a few things first before we get to that point, okay? History-wise, how was the birth? It was good?
Good.
No
Home birth? No, yep, no issues.
Good. And then, so you never had to get induced or anything like that?
Nope.
Who was your midwife?
Jennifer Angel.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's why she's your chiropractor. I should have known that. I should have known that. She's wonderful.
Oh yeah, she definitely is.
Your milk supply is good. No issues there. He latched on just fine after birth.
Yeah, within like 10 minutes.
Yeah, within 10 minutes he was doing just fine.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is your first time breastfeeding, your first baby.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Did either of you ever need orthodontic treatment? Expansion?
I had braces.
You had braces?
I got lucky.
I have a very small mouth.
You were good.
Never needed nothing.
Never needed anything. Okay. Any history of sleep apnea or sleep disorder breathing in the family at all?
I know. Okay.
All right. So here's what I do. My job is to take a look at Wyatt.
So after talking to the doctor for a while, we decided to go through with the procedure. It's called a frenectomy. There's a little tie underneath your tongue. Wyatt's was really tight and made it so that he wasn't able to latch properly. And then if it remains when he's older, as he's growing up, it'll cause speech issues where he won't be able to pronounce his words very easily or at all. Then he also had a lip tie on his top lip, up above like his 2 front teeth, and he also had cheek ties, which would be above his canines. And so all those ties were just way too tight for his little mouth, and it made it hard for him to latch correctly, so that when my milk supply slows down at about the 6 to 8 week mark, he will have to work harder at nursing, but he won't be able to because his mouth doesn't work correctly and his tongue isn't able to draw the milk out correctly. You're supposed to sleep with your tongue on the roof of your mouth, which sort of helps form your mouth, but when his tongue isn't able to reach up there when he's sleeping naturally, he would have to force it up there, which of course as a baby you're not going to do, so he doesn't know any better. So he would not be able to get quality sleep, and it could result in, when he's older, depression and anxiety and things like that. Also, your tongue plays a huge role when you're eating, moving food from one side of the mouth to the other side and chewing. But when his tongue isn't able to do that because it's too tight on the bottom of his mouth, then it's going to be harder for him in the future when he's eating solid foods. So we got that done, and I was able to nurse him right away afterwards. Breast milk will help with the wounds, so we nursed right away. He was able to nurse, and we have homeopathic drops for him, and that really helped. So he did really good for his little surgery, and I just feel so bad for him. So we have to do those stretches on the wounds themselves so that they don't heal back connected to each other. We have to stretch it out so that his his tongue and his cheeks and his lip are able to lengthen. Basically, you're lengthening the wound so that it doesn't heal all scrunched up and tight again. So we've got to do that for 2 weeks, every 4 or 5 hours, night and day, and it's not fun, but it's good for him in the long run, poor little guy.
So the most important thing is positioning him. So laying, I think, on a flat surface just like that will help a lot. When we do, we'll say the cheeks here, we're going to kind of hook gently our finger kind of in the corners of the mouth, kind of like you're doing a little hook. And then you're just going to kind of gently, so you don't want to put a lot of pressure, and then just gently do light sweeping. Okay. Same thing on the other side, take your finger. And you're just going to go gently and then just kind of brush up, just like 3 times. You always want to use the pad of your finger so it's very soft, and then just make sure you have short nails so it doesn't dig into the tissue there.
Just like she showed you, we want their hands away from them, shoulder roll that helps to lean their head back, because this is how they'll protect themselves. So bring their hands up, and if you put your chin on your chest, you'll see you can't open your mouth, right? So he'll do the same thing. So I want this back. So I don't really force their mouth open. I just move the lip out of the way so I can see the gum tissue and the tongue. Okay. So once I can see the gum tissue and tongue, I'm going to slip, and he's going to move his head side to side. So I'll just kind of support my hands on his head. I'll slip one finger underneath the tongue, and the whole goal is to get under the base of the tongue. Hold it there. Then I'll bring the other one there. I'll still hold the lip down, and then when he cries, I'm going to stretch back. There. So if you bring over here, you can see what happens in the mouth here. So, slip under here. Okay, now the tongue's held up. Stretch back. See how the whole frenulum stretch back there? And then I'll do 1, 2, 3, and massage 1, 2, 3. For the cheek, the goal is to stretch the cheek out. So you're almost going into a C, up and out on both sides.
Giving them a fish hook, essentially.
Exactly. So you're going to go up here and out. 1, 2, 3. It's tight for him, so that doesn't feel good. So for the lip, it's the same thing. Good underneath, but you want the lip to flange out, okay? And use the pad of your finger, okay? And go 1, 2, 3.
You just
1,
like
2, 3. I'm pushing up against the so up here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then up here. 1, 2, 3. And then here. 1, 2, 3. You see where that attachment is up here?
Yeah.
That's where it's tight. So I want you to get your fingers in there and feel it. And feel where the tension is. You're so good.
Poor guy. Is that ouchies? Better, huh? Our big brave boy. With his hammies. Hammies. With their little hammies. With their hammies.